As music teachers, we really often, I think we're so focused on our students that sometimes we kind of forget to take a step back and prepare ourselves. So today, we'll explore a few solutions to help you on your way to score success. Welcome to the Ultimate Music Teachers Live Show. I'm your host, Glory St. Germain, and with me is my wonderful co-host, Joanne Barker. Hi, Joanne.
Hey there, Glory. Hi, everyone. We're thrilled to have you join us here today. We're diving into a topic that's really close to our hearts. Preparation for tomorrow begins today. We'll be sharing 3 crucial things that you can focus on today to set yourself up for success in your music teaching business tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely, Joanne. And I'm really excited because today we'll cover 3 key areas, and they are planning, professional development, and community engagement. So let's get started.
All right. Well, first up is planning. As the old saying goes, failing to plan is planning to fail. Let me say that again. Failing to plan is planning to fail. So, Glory, how can we make our planning more effective?
That's a great question, Joanne. I think one powerful tool is the project-based to-do list. So first, break down your projects into manageable tasks. And of course, we at Ultimate Music Theory and in our Ultimate Music Theory company, we really have to take this seriously. And so do you, because you are a music teaching business owner. So break down your projects into manageable tasks. So for example, if you're planning to start teaching a theory, a group theory club class, or running a summer camp, with maybe a student recital, list out every step, booking your venue, preparing the program, scheduling your rehearsal, like just make that little list and then this is the most important part, Joanne, is set deadlines for each task.
Oh, totally. The deadlines are so important because if you don't have a deadline, you have forever to accomplish it, right? And another really important thing is don't forget to prioritize. Not everything needs to be done at once. It's kind of like a workout. I'm in the middle of doing physio for my back. And if I just focus on my back and only do that physio, well, then my arms aren't going to be having any attention, or my legs aren't going to have any attention. So you have to prioritize, but you don't stay so channel focused that you forget about the rest of it. Put that top thing, like maybe that booking the venue. That would be a rather important thing if you're scheduling a recital, wouldn't it? So you need to get it done. Not everything needs to be done at once. You can't work out your whole body in 5 minutes at the same time, right? You just can't do that. So identify maybe what the most critical tasks are that will have the biggest impact on your goals for a recital. That might be booking that venue, and tackle those first, because once you have that done, you can just check that off your list and move on to the next.
Yeah, exactly, Joanne. And I think another thing to remember is to reflect on your progress. At the end of each week, and this is an important aspect, is take a moment to just assess what have you accomplished and what still needs attention. There's just something about going check, check, check that is just makes us feel like, yes, we did that, right? And this reflection, I think, really helps you to stay on track. And then, as you said, just adjust your plans as needed. So what's up next?
Well, I think the second area, the key area, would be professional development. As educators, we need to continually grow our skills and knowledge. One of my mottos, it's not a favorite saying, it's what I truly believe in, is the day I stop learning will be the day I stop teaching. Because if I'm not in learning mode, how can I expect my students to be in learning mode? And yes, we're teaching a topic that's, several hundred years old. Music theory is several hundred years old, but it's growing. When I started playing piano, jazz was just kind of fluff. Scott Joplin, the entertainer, that I learned that when I was a young teenager, and now it's in the syllabus, and it wasn't then. So music is growing and evolving, and just like music grows and evolves, we need to too. So Glory, what's your best advice for incorporating professional development into our already busy schedules?
Yeah, I'm so glad we're talking about this, Joanne, because professional development is really essential. And also, I want to point out that it doesn't have to be overwhelming, right? Start small. Dedicate maybe 15 to 30 minutes a day, or even every second day, or even once a week. But dedicate a certain amount of time, whatever that works for your schedule, 15, 30 minutes a day or a week, to learn something new. It's really exciting. It's rewarding. It could be reading a book. It could be watching a tutorial, or even listening to a podcast while you commute or tidy things up. This is important. I want to emphasize that you need to put this on your calendar. Professional development is part of what we do every single day or every single week, right? In fact, it's why we have created some really effective and quick and easy ways to continue your professional development inside the Ultimate Music Teachers membership. It's just there waiting for you, right? To go through at your own tempo.
Exactly. And isn't that the wonder and glory of the new modern age we're living in, where it's all on our computer, or for some of you on your phone. I still don't have a smartphone, but on my iPad, like you can take it wherever you go. If you're going away for a few days to a hotel and you want to sit down and have some quiet time by the pool, maybe that's a good time to reflect and sit and look at some of the training and kind of expand your brain. When your brain is in more of a chill mode, to go, yeah, I'm just going to explore this and have an opportunity to sit down. So think about how you can fit it into your day. And, don't forget about the power of networking. You need to join professional organizations, talking to like-minded people who are going through the same thing as us. Maybe your best friend is a hairdresser and has a hairdressing business, but the hairdressing business is quite different than the music teaching business, right? A hairdressing business is dependent on, you got to book that appointment for next week. You've got to book, I've got to get new people in. Whereas our students often sign up for a full year or a 6-week time, for a theory club camp. So the benefit of talking to other people in the same field is just amazing. We can attend conferences, or we could participate in webinars. Again, one of the benefits of this modern age we live in here. We don't have to travel an hour and a half to a workshop. We can, and it's a lot of fun to do it, but we also have the opportunity to go click and join in. So really important to expand your knowledge, but also to connect with like-minded educators and business owners.
Yeah, absolutely, Joanne. And I think, speaking of which, one of the things that we, are passionate about, of course, is networking. And it's one of the reasons why our Ultimate Music Teachers membership at teachumt.com offers this wealth of resources to support your professional development. And we also provide courses and, of course, our amazing community and coaching to help you learn, to plan, which is what we're talking about today, to teach and to grow your music teaching business, because we really want to be having fun. And it really is something that I'm passionate about. And I know you are as well, Joanne. So take us into number 3.
Number 3 would be community engagement. Building a strong community around your music studio, it can really make a difference. Gloria, do you have any ideas how teachers could effectively engage with their communities?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and I'm glad we're talking about this, because engagement starts with genuine connection. So get to know your students and their families. So sometimes we just think, well, I'm just, I'm their teacher, but we want to create community. For those of you taking notes, write it down. Community. You can host events. We've talked a little bit about recitals. You can also host an open house. You can do workshops to bring everyone together. You can even host like an open theory club drop-in class. Sheila was talking about this in one of our coaching calls a couple of weeks ago. How can we really engage our students in community so that they can connect with fellow students as well? And also use social media. You can share an update, you can celebrate achievements, and you can promote your studio. So all this is there for you. You just need to take that first step, right, Joanne?
Oh, right. And social media is like word of mouth on steroids, because you share it with somebody and then somebody sees it and they tell, remember that was an Herbal Essence commercial many years ago, and she told 2 friends and she told 2 friends and she told 2 friends. And that's how it goes. I had such good fortune with word of mouth. I had a whole ringette team, which is like hockey, only with a stick and a ring, a whole ringette team. I was saying to these mothers, we're going to have a bring a friend class. If you'd like to, your children would like to bring a friend to class. Well, actually, you're already teaching their whole team. So yeah, the whole team was taking lessons from me. So they had exhausted their circle of contacts, which was really cool. But like, that's a team. We can make our studios feel more like a team as well, right? And another way we can kind of do it is considering collaborating with other local businesses. You could partner with a music store or a cafe. a little coffee shop, a community center, and join events or promotions. One really interesting tip that I did was I asked the local neighboring community when they were having their hockey registration, could I set up a table? I'll pay you some rent for the table. Could I set up a table and just spread my information? It worked. I got students out of that, right? So to raise your profile, to be visible is so important. So to see who you can network with. Maybe you're going to offer to go to your local little coffee shop, and would you like me to come in some Friday night for an hour and a half and just play the piano, maybe bring some of my students along for some entertainment? Who's going to say no to some adorable kids? Because those adorable kids will come with their parents who will buy a coffee, who will come back to the coffee shop, right? So we can collaborate with businesses that are completely different than what we do, yet that will build our business and at the same time build theirs. So it's a win-win all the way around, and a win-win-win because your students get a chance to play in public.
Yes, it's so true. It's so great. And I want to add one more thing to this, Joanne, because I did exactly that as well. We actually were in a shopping mall, and they brought in a beautiful grand piano, and they have a balcony on the second floor of this beautiful shopping mall. And my students played there, and it was entertainment for everyone walking around. And one of the things too that I want to mention, when you're doing these events at, cafes or community centers, make sure that you have your brochure with you. So whether you're marketing yourself as a music teacher, whether you're doing theory club classes, teaching violin, guitar, piano, whatever it might be, voice, you want to make sure to have something so that if parents come up and say, oh, this is so lovely, announce yourself as the MC. Hi, I'm Gloria St. Germain. I'm a music educator here in this area. And if you're interested, you can just pop by and see me here, but I'd like to introduce my students. And so just by being part of the community, and they might ask you to come back once a month. And as you said, Joanne, this is an opportunity for your students to perform in public. And you don't have to pay for the venue, because usually the shopping malls are more than thrilled to have any entertainment in there. So it's a brilliant idea. And don't underestimate the power of gratitude. When you regularly thank your students and their families for their support, sometimes, maybe you want to do something different, like just a simple thank you note, a small token of appreciation. It can go a long way in building loyalty and a positive studio culture as well. And, beside me, you see there's some flowers here, which I received, and with a little, thank you note. And I just thought, isn't that lovely? Like sometimes we as educators also need to send a little token of appreciation. And as I said, it can go a long way in building that loyalty and just, positive studio culture.
Totally. And it's great too for the students to see gratitude demonstrated as well. We get little gifts, and I especially love the handwritten cards from students at recital time. And I make a point, even just a simple email sent, because we often jump quickly to complain and send a complaint to somebody like, oh, your kid's misbehaving in class. We don't have to send those too often, thankfully. But how often do we remember to stop and go, I had a really good time with your child in class today. So think about those little things. And I just received an email or a little messenger message from a mom who said, I think you might really like to hear this piece of music, Joanne. My classes ended in early May, and this is 6 weeks later. And this mom is thinking about me still. So that building of culture and relationship and being real, you don't just share everything with your students in your studio, but being real and being approachable, yet demonstrating how to respect a teacher and all that. We're teaching our students so much more than music lessons, aren't we? Yeah, totally. So I think we better wrap this up soon because the day is getting long here. So to recap, we need to focus on planning, professional development, and community engagement to set yourself up for success tomorrow. You focus on those things today, get those seeds planted, get those seeds fertilized so they can grow and benefit you tomorrow. And remember, you don't have to do it all alone, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, absolutely, Joanne. We'd love for you to join us inside the Ultimate Music Teachers membership, our community at teachumt.com. Our community is here to support you with courses and coaching and resources designed to help you learn, plan, teach, and grow your music teaching business for productivity and profitability, because we are business owners, right?
We sure are. And if you don't think you are a business owner, You're going to look in the mirror today and go, I am a music teaching business owner, because you're important in the world. The world needs more music teaching and business owners, that's for sure. So maybe you can consider taking that next step in your journey today. Remember to visit teachumt.com and become part of a community that's dedicated to enriching lives through music education.
Yeah, thank you so much, Joanne. And thank you all for joining us today. Keep preparing, keep growing, and remember, preparation for tomorrow begins today. So join us inside the Ultimate Music Teachers membership at teachumt.com. Till next time, teach with passion. Bye now.